What's the crack, YouTubers? Just doing a quick little vid here of what little progress I do have on the scratch build I'm doing. So far for the main body, we still have two side units, which are pretty much it's 1mm thick plastic card I've used for pretty much all this build so far. So it's like 3mm thick in the middle, so it's like 3 layers, and then there's like 4 discs either side. So it's 7mm thick at these ends, 3 in the middle. As you can see, I have I've cut them out with, there we go, bit of contrast. I've cut them out with a compass, and then I've just literally just using the sanding head for my using the sanding head as opposed to the grinding wheel on the little power tool I have. I'll just pretty much just sanded them out. Yeah, I used where is it? Yeah, I used this head, which is like a little sanding head. It's actually pretty handy. Like I said before, get yourself down to Lidl or some other cheap ass place and get yourself this is the box it came in. I bought this for like 16 quid. It has been a godsend. This thing has saved me hours upon hours of sanding and chipping. When I'm chipping the tracks, I'll have a quick look here. Don't know if it's going to come up on the detail, but the edges are all roughed up here, so they're not square on. This is 2mm thick, so this is 1mm card glued back on itself. So two sheets of 1mm, 2 rectangles of 1mm card, and then I've chipped both sides of it so that it's chipped up. But the process I do for that is I use the grinding tool. So I use this head, as shown to me by Catatafish many moons ago, and you'll come in at a, we'll say if this is your tank track, this would probably be easier to represent. Forgive the wobbliness. We'll say if this side piece we're using is your tank track, you'll come in from the side and at an angle. You don't want to cut straight in because you'll just cut a line in, so you'll come in at somewhat of an angle, and then you'll just hit it a few times like that. Bang, 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 bang. You'll chip it, and then what I find is I run the whole length of it because you want to bevel the edge a bit. You don't want it to have a straight edge, so I bevel the edges of it, then I'll chip it up a bit, and then literally you just get the back of a knife. I'll see if I have one here. Here's one I was mucking around with earlier. Don't know if you can see the detail on it because this camera is fucking shite. I'm using a touchpad, but basically you can kind of see the little ridges there. This is what happens before you scrape all the crap off the top of it. So basically you just scrape it off and then it'll end up like that. Yeah, it's really messy, but it's really fun. So the stage I'm at now is I'm cutting up, I think it's like 3mm tubing or something like that. It's, yeah, whatever, it's tubing. I literally bought a bag that's like odds and ends, an assortment of odds and ends, because I wasn't too sure what size I'd want, so I just picked one of the tube sizes that I like, and I have the corresponding rod to go through. So with the tank tracks, it should go through in the other side, and then that's the whole premise behind it, is the track will be held together. Now what I'll do is I'll glue it, but in theory if you didn't glue like the middle piece, it would hold together. So yeah, like that. That's how it'll hold together. And then if you do a load of links, it'll snake together. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm moving on to the tank tracks. I've made I think I cut out 62 of these. I still have a few to do. These are all double-sided, so I've chipped the sides of them. I've beveled the edges. I'm now moving on to the tubing, and then I'm going to put mounting points on the tracks using 1mm thick card here, and then what I'll do is I'll rivet up details, and then I'll probably call it a day in regards to the tracks there. But the tracks will be mounted on tops of these units, and then I have to make running wheels I'm going to have guide wheels up here, I'll have running wheels here. In hindsight, I probably won't use this method again because it's too... I don't know, I don't really like it. It's not very accurate. I think if I'm going to go the whole hog, if I'm going to put this much detail into it, I'm going to just do proper full running gear. Instead of this half-assed type of approach, which I suppose will function. But I want to put like lots of detail into it, and this kind of makes no sense if it's a whole track unit. You know what I mean? I want to... yeah, I'd leave it open. Next time around, I'll probably build a drive wheel and a guide wheel and then have all the running gear, but I won't have a solid panel. You'll be able to see through it. It'll be a hell of a lot more complicated, but it'll be kick-ass. Just the tracks themselves are literally they're roughly about the size. This is off a Baneblade. So far they're about, they're pretty much the same width as a Baneblade, which is hilarious. Yeah, so the same width as a Baneblade tracks, and so that's what I'm up to. I'm still chipping away, coming tube cutter, cutting tube. The chassis over here. Like I said, I haven't really done any progress on the main body of it. I reckon once I have the 2 track units built and detailed, that the rest of it will be relatively quick. I'm going to try and keep it bare bones. We're going to build an engine block, as opposed to using one off the truck kit, because I have a few spare ones from using the Forge World truck kit, because obviously you get a standard truck kit, so you get a free engine with this. We're going to scratch build one, a big massive engine with huge exhausts and a big funky exhaust system. It'll be cool. I'll try do a drivetrain system as well, and linkages leading up to the drive cab and all that type of stuff. But yeah, I'm trying to detail as I'm going. I don't want to do too much and get bogged down in detailing. I think I'll try and focus on the main build, and then we'll detail as we go. But I have plastic rod for riveting. I have me tool for grinding stuff down, so we're grand. I think the end of November is a realistic target time. If you guys are doing anything, any builds, feel free to comment and share links and stuff. I'd like to see what other people are up to. This is a first scratch build for me. I've never actually scratch build a miniature from nothing. I've converted if my old videos you look, there'll be an old grot tank. So I think it was a really small scale Sherman about that big, and I just widened it and gave it sides. But that's about it. I haven't really done much else. I haven't gone to this sort of extreme, so I'm learning as I'm going. I'm also looking to use new techniques, such as using my green stuff tube maker. If I dig it up, I dropped the barrel. Yeah, so I bought some green stuff tube makers of some green stuff. I want to use the barrel, so I'll have fuel barrels hooked up. These are the Tamiya ones, so the Tamiya kit's over there. Yeah, my desk is an absolute mess. I've masking tape for the painting and stuff. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'll give you another update shortly. I've probably made this video way too long because I've rambled on, and it's shaky cam because I'm using a touchpad. So sorry about that, guys. But if you watched to the end of the video, fair play this. And soldier on, keep up the good work, and good luck with the dice. Take it easy, guys.